Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. We'll discuss now and finish up with the last of the most important aspect of relationship compatibility between two people in a marriage. But if you have been paying attention and astute, you will notice that this attitude, this compatibility that we speak of in the last 5 videos really, is really about two people. That means you versus the rest of the world. Okay? It means everyone. This is how you behave with everyone. This is useful for understanding your base personality, your foundation, where you function from in the world. The only thing why we say this is marriage compatibility is simply because of the fact that particular partnership which you are intimate with another person in your body, physical body, mind, emotion and interaction is your spouse, is your marriage, is your partner. Okay, that's why we talk of this, but basically it affects everything else, as we shall see in further videos. Tomorrow onwards we'll take the cusp of the ascendant and all the series, going deeper into this. This subject is very deep, so it needs to be handled likewise. Okay, without further ado, temperament compatibility. Each of us, we know, has a temperament. Now, what are the temperament compatibility Vedic astrology offers us? This is called the Ganas, or the grouping. Gana refers to the grouping of 27 Nakshatras or lunar constellations of Vedic astrology into 3 main groups of people based on core temperament. The matching of this temperament in two individuals in a relationship is the criteria of Gana matching when evaluating compatibility of temperament within a marriage. So, how does Vedic astrology decide this? They have classified the entire humanity into 3 ganas or 3 groups. I've spoken of this in other relationship videos if you want to go through my channel. The first is Deva Gana, or the divine nature. Those who fall into this group are gentle, kind, compassionate and spiritual. Individuals with Devgana are believed to have a pure and spiritual nature. They are typically generous, compassionate, selfless, with a strong sense of morality and ethics. They may be drawn to charitable work or spiritual pursuits, and they may have a deep reverence for the divine. The Devgana individuals may also have a tendency to be idealistic or perfectionist, and they may struggle with the worldly concerns of material possessions. This is the first group. So being 27 nakshatras, 3 groups meaning 9 nakshatras each, yes? The Manushya Gana is the human nature. Manushya in Sanskrit means humans. Those who have Manushya Gana are believed to be practical, hardworking, focused on achieving their goals. Individuals with Manushya Gana have a balanced, practical nature. They are typically friendly, sociable, adaptable, with a good sense of humor and a love of learning. They may be drawn to intellectual pursuits or careers that involve communication or interaction with others. Manushya Gana individuals may also have a tendency to be competitive or ambitious, and they may struggle with balancing their personal needs with the needs of others. Rakshasa Gana people are those who are believed to be aggressive, selfish, prone to anger. Most common one theme you will find is more degree of selfishness as we go from Devgana to Manushya Gana or Rakshasa Gana. Okay, this is a degree of person being focused more on themselves rather than the others. That's what essentially defines this. Individuals with Rakshasa Gana have a dynamic and passionate nature. They are typically independent, strong-willed, assertive, with a zest for life and a desire for excitement. They may be drawn to careers that involve risk-taking or adventure, and they may have a flair for the dramatic or unconventional. These individuals may also have a tendency to be impulsive or self-centered, and they may struggle with controlling their desires or core impulses, instinctual control. Like I said, these three ganas are all about the degree how much a person is focused on themselves versus how much the same person focused on others. Be very mindful of this. Okay. Now, when we talk of marriage, what are the implications of mismatch of this grouping when we talk of compatibility? Let's see. First one is shared values and priorities. Individuals in the same group share the similar values and priorities, which can make it easier for them to understand and support each other in their goals and aspirations. On the other hand, individuals with different groups may have conflicting priorities and values, which can lead to misunderstandings and disagreements. Number 2, communication style. Different ganas have different communication styles. For example, individuals with Dev Gana are said to be more diplomatic and considerate in their speech, while those with Rakshasa Gana may be more blunt and confrontational. You might have seen this in your friends and everywhere. This can potentially create communication barriers in a relationship if partners have different type of Gana. Emotional compatibility. Gana compatibility influences the emotional compatibility also between two individuals. For example, individuals with Manushya Gana are believed to be more emotionally stable and grounded, while those with Rakshasa Gana may be prone to anger and mood swings. This can affect the emotional dynamics of a relationship and therefore love and affection going forward in a marriage, yes? And how the partner responds to each other's emotional needs. Very crucial. Last one, compatibility in social situations. Individuals with different ganas have different social styles and preferences. For example, individuals with Dev Gana may enjoy socializing in spiritual or religious settings, or maybe even introverted, while those with Rakshasa Gana may prefer more socially dynamic and adventurous social activities. This can potentially create incompatibility in social issues if the partners are in different ganas. So you want to basically put matching of one Gana to another Gana which is identical, Dev to Dev, Manushya to Manushya, Rakshasa to Rakshasa, because then they are thinking the same kind. We are trying to match similar here, not dissimilar. Which brings us to criteria and how the software calculates Gana. Compatibility criteria for Gana matching are as follows. Number 1, Dev Gana individuals are most compatible with the other Dev Gana individuals. Manushya Gana with Manushya Gana and Rakshasa Gana with Rakshasa Gana. It's that simple. Individuals with same Gana have similar characteristics and values, which can lead to a smoother and more harmonious relationship. On the other hand, individuals with different ganas may have different priorities and approaches to life, which can potentially lead to conflict and misunderstandings. So how does the software calculate this? It first determines the Moon Nakshatra of each individual based on their birth chart. It compares the Moon Nakshatra of two individuals, assigns points based on the following rules. Number 1, if both individuals have the same moon sign, therefore the same Gana, they are assigned 6 points. When we say moon sign here, remember it's Moon Nakshatra, okay? Lunar mansion, one of the 27. Number 2, if Moon Nakshatras are in compatible Ganas, Dev and Manushya or Manushya and Rakshasa, they are assigned 5 points. Number 3, if the Moon Nakshatras are incompatible Ganas, Deva and Rakshasa are basically non-compatible at all. They are assigned 0 points because this is not compatible. One is going upward and one is looking downward. They are going in opposite directions, even energetically speaking. It's not compatible. You're moving in different directions, folks. There's nothing to judge here. There's nothing to make one person wrong or right above the other. It's just a question of how each person has an outlook and approach to life and everything that they do in life. Okay, I want to leave you in this video with a footnote. This footnote is very, very crucial to understand because in the further videos we shall examine this more and you will see how it plays out in your life, in everyone you know around you. So it is important to remember here that every planet and point falls in one nakshatra or another in every person's chart. Yes, all the 12 houses, all the 12 nakshatras. That's all you are working with, folks. So every planet also falls in a particular nakshatra and is therefore colored by the Gana factor of the nakshatra on the planet also. For example, if a malefic planet like Saturn falls into a Devgana nakshatra, it can temper the negative effects, and the person may have tendency to do more good in the world than selfish gains. However, this would have to be evaluated on specifics. If there are no negative sides or other malefics, or if placed in a sign of debilitation, can result in exaggerated negative tendencies. Reverse is also true. For example, if Jupiter is placed in a Rakshasa Gana nakshatra, the tendency is to use the gains which Jupiter gives for selfish motives and negative influences. This can also be amplified if placed and impacted by malefic planets' effects on Jupiter, or Jupiter is placed in a debilitated sign. This is very important to remember as a general rule, okay? Since we see so much of this in the world, people with lots of money not doing any good, whereas people with good education amounting to no good and living a selfish life. We could see this by evaluating their charts also, so keep this in mind. Just because a planet is benefic or good like Jupiter and Venus doesn't mean it will always give good results, because there is a nakshatra coloring it, as we saw, and there is a tendency or temperament which goes into that particular planet, whichever it is sitting in, whichever nakshatra it is sitting in. Because every nakshatra has one of these three, as we just saw. And therefore it colors the personality, therefore it colors what they bring to work, to relationships, to every aspect of their life. We shall see this in detail as we go forward. So I want to leave you with this footnote, okay? Tomorrow onwards, we shall go back to the ascendant, cusp of the ascendant, and examine deep dive aspects into how you can evolve studying a personality based on the cusp, and what is it that you really look for in a chart, beginning from understanding self. Take care, be safe.